Hey guys, welcome back to Candid Cloud Convos.
We are your hosts, Gina and Emelita.
We're back this week. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed last week's episode. It was a lot of chisme. Hopefully, you guys digested it well.
And if you have any similar stories, share them with us.
Yeah.
Candid Cloud Convos _podcast on Instagram, or share them with us here. I know we're not the only ones that have stories like that.
I know. We all have been through toxic friendships, and well, maybe it's just us. I don't know. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
And we have a lot in store today.
We'll get into
yeah, we have a
chatter.
lot to go over today, guys.
We were laughing earlier because we went from not knowing what we're gonna put for Chisme Chatter to then having 4 topics that we're gonna talk about.
Kind of sprung up all today too, which is kind of cool. It just happened to work out.
Yeah.
So
perfect timing.
The first one?
Yeah.
So exciting. Jeannie Mai finally announced that she and Jeezy's baby is a baby girl, and they ended up naming her Monaco.
The story behind
you guys have
name.
To check her YouTube video.
So pretty.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really was. Monica, I think it's a really pretty. What I like about the name a lot, and we were saying this, is that it could fit a boy or girl.
Yeah. So it was perfect.
Because they didn't even know the gender until she was born.
That is amazing. And this whole time, me and Gina both thought she was gonna have a boy.
Yeah.
And so it was such a surprise thing that she had a baby.
She said she was like, all the superstitions, all the wives' tales and whatever. She goes, they're lies.
They're lies. And
lies they tell.
Her mom was so excited too on her Instagram. It was so exciting. So
it's so
congratulations to them. We hope that their baby is
them.
healthy and that they have an amazing time raising her.
Next. So if you guys haven't heard, there was a girl named Lauren Smith Fields who passed away 2 weeks before Christmas or something like that.
She was 23 years old.
Yeah, and so it was pretty much all of a sudden she had went on a date with some guys she met on Bumble or something like that. They went on a date.
Michael LaFountain.
And remember that name because
a 37-year-old white man.
So I guess they ended up back at her place. And then he said that she was feeling sick or something like that night. But then they went to sleep. And then when he woke up the next morning, she had blood coming out of one side of her nose and she wasn't breathing. Mm-hmm. So she died, whether it was that night or that morning or something. And at first it was they ruled it like an accident. They didn't want to investigate it. Yeah. But her mom was like,
her family suing.
Yeah, they're so okay, hold on. I'm getting so ahead of myself with this one. They ruled her death that it was a mixture of alcohol, prescription meds, and fentanyl. Uh-huh. So I guess pretty much an overdose. It was an accidental death is what they were saying, right. Is what they claimed. But what I read was that they didn't even notify her mom or her family. They I guess he called or I don't know what, they found her and then they got worried about her from not hearing from her. 2 days later, they went to her apartment and they seen a note on the door that said, if you're looking for Lauren, call this number.
That's disgusting.
And that's how they had to find out when they had all her information. Right. They knew who she was. They could have tried harder to reach out and they didn't. So there was also that. But
and her family is now suing.
Yeah, that's why the family believes that something happened because
the mishandling of the investigation and not pursuing because he is white, basically.
Yeah, they said that he didn't seem like he was a threat and they failed to collect any kind of key evidence or anything like that. They were just oh, accidents happen. The fuck? She just met this guy and all of a sudden
a whole life is gone. And you hear so many stories about online dating and how it goes wrong and they would never take into account that that's how they met.
Right.
Regardless,
they had only talked, I think, a few days prior.
Right. Regardless if she invited him to her home, she never asked to be killed. what the fuck is wrong with people? Right. And she was a gorgeous girl. If you guys don't know about this case, please look it up.
Yeah.
It needs just as much as attention as Gabby Petito got. Everybody needs to be talking about it, spreading the word because
he's still out there.
Yeah,
he's still out there because they didn't do anything.
Nothing with him. Nothing.
Yeah, at all. They're just oh, okay, yeah, thanks for calling.
I guess
it, basically
exactly.
And then I guess the mom said that she would know, she was constantly, or the family was like constantly calling, and
trying to get answers.
they would just hang up on them, tell them to stop calling, pretty much saying that they were bothering them. So they're like,
could you imagine?
Like, I cannot even imagine
I'd be in jail.
Shit they're going through, for real. They do also have a GoFundMe started by her family. They did reach the goal that they were going for. I think what they put was like 50,000, and I think they're at 59. But we don't, with suing the city, like, you don't know what other things can come up, so still donate if you can.
We'll put the link in the description box for this episode, in case if you guys are fortunate enough to be able to donate, or at least share it with someone
share it or something,
might be able to. But yeah, it's really tragic that she had to lose her life.
Let's get the same justice for her.
Exactly. Well, Gabby didn't get much justice, but
the same as in like the amount of like publicity that she got from it. Lauren deserves that too.
Absolutely. So I was on Instagram and I happened to follow the Shade Room, right? Which sometimes can be a little toxic.
Oh, you just so happened.
I just so happened to see that there is a U.S. lab currently keeping the heads and bodies of 200 people frozen with the hope of bringing them back to life through advanced technology. And how do you feel about that?
I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
So it says, for about $200,000, the company will freeze an entire dead body for $80,000, you can have a head frozen. Courtesy of the cryonics process, the bodies are stored in deep freeze temperatures for decades and sometimes even centuries, as they are packed in ice, frozen, and the blood in the body is replaced with cryoprotectant solution to stop the ice crystallization process.
So for $80,000, I get to have my head chopped off, put in a fucking freezer, in the hopes that they'll be able to bring me back one day.
Just your head.
My fingers crossed.
Because you'd have to have $280,000 to do both your head and your body.
Even if I try to go the cheaper route, what are they going to put my head on?
So I would just say, I'm not really sure about that. Maybe a hot dog stick, a corn dog stick.
Like what? I have so many questions. When did they even start doing this?
Like a better option.
If you lived your life once, like, I don't know, would you really want to do it again?
I very much understand the grieving process and wanting someone to come back so badly. I very much understand that to my deep of my core. However, I feel like there has to be an ending to things. Like there has to absolutely. And also I feel like we are just spiritual beings. Like we're literally just spiritual beings in human experience right now. Like we're doing a human experience. We've been animals, we've been creatures, we've been whatever the fuck. This is just right now. So like, don't you want to move on with your life? Like I don't want to come back. People are not meant to be immortal. That's why it's not a thing.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
You know how people do taxidermy? Like they do that to their loved ones who passed away? That terrifies the living shit out of me.
Yeah.
Baby.
Your abuelita in the fucking coffee table.
She has a coffee in her hand with her little like cookies.
Bitch, that would be me. With my iced coffee.
No, I'm not letting that happen. You are not gonna. Nope.
I'm not gonna die.
Nope.
You're gonna freeze me?
No, girl. I'm gonna lay you to rest. If you go first, I will lay you to rest. Your soul,
God bless,
will always be with me.
Can you spread my ashes in Hawaii? Because that's really what I want.
Yeah, if that's what you want, I would do that.
But how are you gonna travel with my ashes? You're not gonna be creeped out?
I don't give a fuck. If that's what you asked me to do, I will go do that.
Ma'am, why are you smuggling drugs in your carry-on?
Be like, if you disrespect my girl like that one more time, I'm about to punch you in the face.
Oh my god.
Oh no, yeah, no. It's just not for me.
I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you.
Period.
I don't know what I want done. At first, I thought like I would want to be buried somewhere, but I think I'd rather be cremated.
So expensive.
I just, we're going dark. We're getting dark,
man. Yeah, we're getting morbid. So how about Cardi B went into money?
That's a good one. She won. This is a good story. We're okay. Hold it. So Cardi, okay, I actually didn't even know about this story until today because when the news came out.
Same.
So I guess Cardi B's been in a lawsuit with this YouTuber
For several
yeah,
years.
since like 2019 or something like that. So
Yeah.
this YouTube blogger named Tasha K, she put out like false allegations about Cardi B, saying she's like was a prostitute, she had STI, she cheated
Yeah.
on her husband. Like I don't even know, was there anything else? I think that was it. Like, and what? Why are you laughing?
You like check my records?
Yeah, I had to write this shit down because I had no idea about this thing. Like,
Yeah.
I did not hear about it, and so
she sued her for
she
defamation?
sued her for defamation. I think also invasion of privacy, causing emotional distress, all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
Because I guess Cardi B testified that like at some point she got suicidal. You know, she didn't want to sleep with her husband. Like it was just you know it caused her a lot of emotional damage. Um, and I guess
Really
then also
sad.
the blogger admitted that she knowingly published lies about her. So she had to confess that in
You're
court, and she did.
lying.
So Cardi B won the lawsuit. She's getting around 4 million. I think like
As she
one and a half,
should.
1 point something for the defamation, 1 point something for the emotional distress, and then 1 point something for the legal fees. So like in total,
Period. And I hope she goes on a beautiful ass vacation too.
yes. And the blogger, I guess, just tweeted like, oh well, it's only up from here. Thank you to my husband and my attorneys for
What?
like all the work they did.
I would have just been like, bye. Like I'm deleting my whole life.
But all my fucking money is
Like,
gone. Have to sell my phone now.
I have to sell my soul. Like, what the fuck? Hell no.
That's funny.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm very much cool.
So I was like, okay, well, good for Cardi. I had no idea about it, but I'm glad she won. Yeah. Oh, and I guess people are also saying that it's kind of going to be like a thing for all bloggers, so that they're just going to use them as like use her as an example, because you know how bloggers always try to put out fake shit about people. So now that they know that they can get sued,
what you don't
yeah,
do.
so now you can get sued for millions. You might want to be careful
all
about
the tea
that.
channels. Ooh, bitch! All the beauty tea channels are gonna be lit.
My job. What am I gonna do?
I know, they're fucking pressed. They're gonna have to turn their clickbait into really something.
Find some real stories.
Right, some real fucking news. But you know what's funny? They're not actually someone of importance to actually report on their own lives and what's that happening. Like they're talking shit about other people's lives and the mistakes they're making. Like what? That's crazy to me.
I think it's crazy to have to be that involved in like someone else's gossip.
Right. But we are
like that involves that it's like every single like YouTube video they've done every single
like
thing,
broke
like
down every word they ever said, tweets from 10
like
years
it took me
ago, like
it took us 2019 2020 2021. It took us like 3 years to even find out about this lawsuit, only because it finished. We didn't even know about it for 3 years. Like that's crazy. They probably found out the first day it happened.
The irrelevance to our lives.
Right.
We're on a need to know basis, and we don't need to know nothing.
We think about how we're gonna get through the day.
Right. I'm not worried about Cardi B. She got enough money, but I'm happy for her. Very much happy for her. I'm really sorry that she had to go through so much emotional distress, but if money is a form of compensation, then she did that.
Or at least to hear her say that, you know, hey, I lied. Yeah. Hey, that shit was all a lie.
Right.
You know?
And it's not like against her own character anymore.
Yeah.
I would say that blogger definitely fucked up. She fucked up.
She did fucked up. Yeah. Big time. You know who else fucked up? A lot of people. And we have some stories about that.
Let's get into it. So you guys know us in our freaking Reddit forums. We're obsessed.
We love it.
We don't have enough drama in our own lives, so we have to find other people's stories.
Just like small little stories, you know, they choose to share it.
Right. So if you guys have ever looked up TIFU, today I fucked up on Reddit, you know exactly where we're going with this. We have 3 stories each. So this was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Today I fucked up by being honest with my wife.
Uh-oh.
My wife bought a new bikini and pulled me into the bedroom to give it a look. I love the way people write things, I swear. To give it a look. To see what was up. She said, and I quote, "Okay, I have my own fitness goals, but I want to tailor them to your likes as well. Being 100% honest, what part of my body do you think I could improve?" Question mark, end quote. Now you ladies know there is no right answer to this question. But also, she should not, one side note,
the thing is
I want to just point out that she should not be looking for validation even from her husband. Like, if you feel good about yourself and whatever, you should not be tailoring your fitness goals to meet your husband's likings, first and foremost.
Yeah. And also, don't ask questions that you don't want the answers to.
Yeah.
That's she kind of she set him up and set herself up for that one.
Right. But
let's get in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's more, but that's pretty much what the comment said. It was like, women are so sensitive, blah blah blah.
It might be true, but
right.
but you could still tell me I look good. Like
right. So he said, I very much believe in giving people honesty when they ask for it. So I thought for a few moments,
I thought I was doing the right thing.
A few moments. He sat there and pondered, I don't know, and said, I think you could benefit from adding squats to your routine. Cue the breakdown. Now she is crying and saying, I think she's unattractive and oh my God, make it stop. Why do people
She's like hitting squats as she's crying.
To?
Yeah, see? And maybe he could have said it in a better way too. If he does choose to be honest and he knows it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. Like if you're really adamant on saying the truth, just say it in a better way,
Right. But what was he
like, babe, I think you're perfect, but if you want to like, what do you think you need to work on? Do you want to like get a bit around her butt? Okay, maybe squats will help with that. Or, do you want
maybe and have her answer the question.
Yeah.
And you offer advice to answer the question with her answers.
Maybe it's because we're girls though that we're like, oh, he could have did it this way, that might have worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think she should have asked that question.
She shouldn't. And I feel like she should feel herself enough. I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I know better because I don't.
That's the point we're trying to get to.
I'm manifesting in my head with my answers. That she should have more self-confidence. Like if that's something she wants to work on, great, fine and dandy. That's great. I will support that. But like you shouldn't be doing it just because you want your husband to be happy with the way that you look.
Yeah.
He's already happy if he's your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Little quick side note. Quick. I heard that my sister was telling me that this guy on a podcast, I don't think it's the same guys from the podcast that we talked about before, but
oh Lord,
regardless, he said that if or when his girl gets pregnant, after she has the baby, she better be trying to go back into the gym and get her body back right, or he's gonna leave her.
Leave then.
Thank you. I'm like, okay, first off, do you even have a girl? Like, are you saying this without a whole girlfriend? And then you're just saying that like you'd leave her just because her body didn't snap back? I was just like, there's just so many things wrong with what you said. And
you're a man.
Fuck you. Like, you're a boy. You're a girl. Don't. Ooh.
That TikTok.
You shouldn't be having no kids if that's the kind of mindset you have about the woman who's bearing the child. Bearing the child and giving birth to the child.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? She just held that child for 9 months and you expect her to bounce back?
No respect.
The fact that he doesn't even know that women's body can change, like they might not ever go back to that same exact thing. Literally, and that's okay.
Your abs separate.
Your organs are shifting and moving inside your body.
That is such an insane thing to think about. Like they move around to make room for the baby and then go back. Like they somehow make their way as close as to
I'm sorry, do your organs move around? And then do you expect your organs to get back right the fuck into place?
What the fuck makes you special?
Okay.
There's a special place in hell for people like that, I swear to God.
There really is. Okay, so let's see.
Walking around looking like a thumb.
Okay, this one's about a girl on a date. A thumb. A thumb with a beard.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's about a girl on her first date with the guy.
Oh Lord. I'm ready.
So I was on a date with this guy I met a few months ago on a seminar. We're texting frequently. I didn't like him much at first. I just wasn't in the mood for getting to know someone. But the more we talked, the more I was interested because he's really smart, polite, and gentle. Finally, we decided we should go on a date. We met during a daytime, went bowling, and had a lunch together. It was really nice. The talk was very good, and we laughed a lot. I really enjoyed every minute of that 4 to 5 hour date. So everything's going good, right? Cool.
You hope.
So she said, do you ever feel nervous when the first date is about to end? You just don't know how to say goodbye to them because you don't know if it's too soon for a kiss or you should hug or just wave to each other and go separate ways. Well, I was really nervous and overthinking. And in those moments, while we were walking through the square, I wasn't paying attention to anyone or anything. When we got to the point where we say goodbye, he was talking about how he enjoyed the date and that he's looking forward to seeing me again. I was so focused on him that I didn't notice there was an uncovered manhole near us. I really hope he didn't notice it either. So we were just passing by the manhole when he stopped and said, okay, I need to go this way, blah, blah, blah. Oh, now the manhole was right behind me, a step away. And I'm telling him, oh, okay, I'm going to go this way, pointing behind her.
Oh my God.
And just as she would have said, see you soon, while still looking at him, I made a step and just completely disappeared in front of his eyes in a fucking manhole.
Oh my God.
There I was in a vault, wishing he didn't see what happened. But as I look up, I see his face and he's asking me if I was okay.
Fuck no, she's
got
not
a few scratches, covered in mud. The vault was not that deep. There were a few pipes in it and a lot of rotting leaves and mud. But at that point, I just wish the ground would have opened up and swallowed me because I was so embarrassed.
How the fuck did she get out?
He helped me get out of there. I thanked him and went home. I'm sure he will ask me out again because we did enjoy the date, but I'm sure I'd feel so awkward.
But that might be, you know,
a cute love story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when me and your mom first met on our first date, she fell in a manhole.
Well, she fell in a hole so he could fall in a hole.
Fell in love. I tried to take it to a sweet place.
They could fall in love. Exactly where I was going.
Oh, dude, that was good. I like that.
You know,
I like that.
That was really funny. Bless her heart. Yeah. I want to
know if they ever go on a second date.
I was just gonna say I always want to know what happens after, and sometimes they put an update, but it's like very much close after, so it's like it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to skip some of this story because it is very long, but it looks very, very interesting. I didn't read all of it.
I'm excited.
But okay. So the title itself says, today I fucked up by buying magic mushrooms off Tinder and tripping in the woods with my best friends. So this involves drugs and other people. I'm not going to use real names or places for obvious reasons. So this happened a few days ago when me and my two best friends, I'll call them Lucy and Mary Jane.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucy and Mary Jane went on a spring break trip together to the mountains. We normally smoke a lot of weed together, but Mary has done a lot of psychedelics before. Before Mary we left, I know, so fitting, huh? Before we left, we all agreed to do shrooms in the woods together on the trip. So naturally, I came up with the brilliant idea of using Tinder to find a drug dealer.
No, that's the worst idea.
I finally found one and we bought half an ounce to split between us.
Girl, this is scary.
Side note,
y'all need to be careful out there.
Side note, I don't really know how much half an ounce of fucking shrooms would be, but that sounds like
I don't know either. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Next day, we're all sitting on a log in the woods, tripping balls. Lucy started talking about how life and everything was pointless and how she, oh my God, this is really sad, and how she wanted to die, but she was smiling like a lunatic. When we tried,
oh my God, I'd be scared.
I know, she's like, she's there.
Doesn't life suck? Shouldn't we just end life? And she's smiling like that. I'd literally be scared for my life. I'm like, girl, you know how they say like when you're in the car with someone and they're mad and they're like, I'll kill us both.
I know, like, bitch, you better not.
That's the vibe that would give me, and I'd be terrified.
Go running in the forest. Bitch, you're on shrooms. You're not gonna go far.
Oh my God. I think I'm fucking running hella far. I'm running in place. I haven't moved at all.
You're on a treadmill. When we tried to get up and keep walking the path, Lucy refused and got increasingly agitated. We convinced her to come to an intersection of paths where she sat down and wouldn't move. A woman started jogging toward us, so me and Mary panicked and tried starting to. This lady fucking. I think she's on shrooms while she's writing this.
When she's writing it.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, I'm still recovering, by the way. It's only day 2.
She's basically saying a woman started jogging toward them. Her and Mary panicked, so they tried to pick Lucy up, and Lucy whispered, whispering to Lucy that they have to go now. She finally jumped up and screamed, "Why?" while the lady's running toward them, and she took off down one of the paths because they're at like a 4-way like intersection of paths. And so she took off, and Mary and she were convinced she was just blowing off steam and we'd catch up eventually. So they let her run on her own.
Oh my God, there's just so many bad ideas.
I know.
Bad decisions.
3 of them together, and now there's 2 and then 1 running, screaming.
Oh God.
We walked for 15 minutes or so before we decided to call her. She mostly just spewed gibberish, but the more I understood, the worse it got. Not only did she turn at 3 forks in the path, but she also went off the trail and was sitting in a hole surrounded by thorns. Oh, and she was mad tripping and had no fucking clue where she was.
No, this is why you need somebody that's sober if you're gonna do shit like that.
Right. Number 1 tip, one of you is sober and you stay together.
Yes.
Not like we have any experience or anything. We're just saying.
But like that, if you're gonna do that, like at least do it smartly, you know?
And not like someone okay. So here's where it gets a little crazy.
Crazier?
I know how to rephrase it. We decided to try to figure everything out on our own, so we kept walking. Lucy was still on the phone with us, saying the same phrases over and over, being no help at all. The panic started settling in. I was mostly sober at this point, and I definitely was the only one.
Her friend killed her high.
Really? The panic gets too much, so we hang up with Lucy and call 911. We answer all the questions and reluctantly tell them the truth about the shrooms. Lucy also had some mental health issues too, so we didn't know what was shrooms and what was mental stability. For the next 3 hours or so, Mary and I wandered the woods on drugs and in severe shock. We went between being on the phone with Lucy, still useless, and the police, and just trying to find our own way out. This park, by the way, is about 600 acres with 12 miles of hiking trails.
Where do they live?
She wouldn't disclose.
Oh, I mean, smart, but like, God damn, 600 acres?
Yeah. At one point, between coming off the drugs and shock and exhaustion, I pissed myself.
Oh.
I would be like, bitch, I'm so done. Like, I just want to go home.
This sounds horrible. Yeah. This sounds absolutely horrible. What a fuck shit experience.
Well, they fucked up for real.
Yeah.
It all came to a huge breaking point when I called Lucy one last time. Mary was in the middle of a mental breakdown, and when Lucy picked up, she was just rambling nonsense. But a generator was running in the background. Between sheer confusion, she put sheer confusion from the generator, watching one of my best friends fall apart in front of me and the other having a full psychotic breakdown, having to deal with the police, terrible exhaustion, dehydration, and everything
piss in her pants.
I just lost it. I started hallucinating the worst things I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I started crying for the first time that day. When I say I thought I was in hell for a solid 3 minutes, that's not a joke. I'm not religious, but I believed in hell. It felt like a movie, As Above, So Below. Felt like the movie As Above, So Below. Finally, the cops found Mary and I, let us out of the woods. They had to call a fire truck for Mary because she has asthma, didn't bring water or an inhaler, and she was dehydrated.
Oh my God. This is so bad.
Yeah.
This was not planned out.
The cops told us our friend was in the woods and people were saying she was fine and just wouldn't listen when people tried to help her get out of the woods. They asked us how she had a shovel, which confused the hell out of us.
No. What?
Where the fuck did she find a shovel?
Yo.
15 minutes pass, and a girl carrying a shovel wearing similar clothes to my friends walks out of the woods. Mary and I explain to the cops that this is in fact not our friend and that they are still lost. They basically say they can't do anything, but one cop decides to walk to the park.
Who the hell did they find?
I don't know. Someone put her clothes on. I finally got to use a real bathroom, aka porta potty, for the first time in hours. It was still, which led me to the important realization that I was in fact not sober and was still tripping balls. So Mary and I sat in our car trying to call Lucy every few minutes until it starts going to voicemail immediately.
No,
the cop eventually comes back, tells us he found nothing and that we should head home and wait for either a call from the police or from Lucy.
Wait, she's lost in a 600-acre park?
Yes, and
on
they
drugs?
gave up on looking for her.
Oh my God. Wait, what?
We were staying in an Airbnb about an hour from the park, so we were reluctant to leave, but the cop insisted.
I'd be like, my friend is literally stuck in there. I'm not leaving. We have to find her.
We drove home and discussed what we should do. What would happen if our friend really wanted to die? What we would tell her family?
Especially that she said that. Oh my God.
Yeah. 40 minutes after we left, my phone rings. Lucy. She says she's in a Walgreens 7.4 miles away from the park. She had let the shrooms take her whole mind over. She tripped so hard. She says she had a one-sided argument with God for about 6 minutes.
She timed it.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
Oh my God.
They found her at a Walgreens 7.4 miles from the
Why was her phone going to voicemail and then all of a sudden she was able to call them?
She was tripping balls, bro.
Whoa, she walked 7.4 miles
outside
away from the park.
Of the 12.
Like how?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Yo, drugs are crazy.
Imagine she's
Don't
just
do them.
sprinting down the fucking
she was
street
freaking
all the way to Walgreens.
Ass off. Yeah. She was not only tripping balls, she was sweating balls too.
Dude, oh my God, that's crazy. That is not crazy. A good experience at all. I think that's a little traumatizing.
I think we can all learn very many lessons from that story. So
yeah. Ooh, that was rough. That was rough.
I didn't think that there was a silver lining, but they found her.
Yeah,
hopefully got her help.
Imagine this was the freaking missing persons report.
Right.
So it all started out on a day where we tried to find a guy with shrooms on Tinder.
Hopefully they
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Right. Hopefully they got her the help that she needed other than just finding her, but moving on.
Okay, so this one's more of like an embarrassing one.
Okay.
Well, I guess the other one was too, but this one's even more embarrassing, I think.
Oh Lord.
I would be mortified. It's actually happened to me before. I've said a story, but okay. So today is my first day for this particular class. As usual, I have first day jitters and I'm overthinking everything. I triple check that I have my notebook, pens, laptop, etc. I do my makeup and dress up in this cute light sundress. It helps with my confidence if I'm happy with what I'm wearing. I also put on a fluffy penny coat that falls just below my thigh. This will matter.
Okay.
Class is in about 10 minutes and I'm about to walk over when I realize Yeah.
What the fuck is a penny coat?
I don't know. I thought it was like a peacoat, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna just assume it's
that's what I'm gonna assume. Okay.
Yeah. Class is in about 10 minutes. I realize that I need to pee. It's a 2-hour lecture, so I decide to use the bathroom really fast. This is where the fuck up comes into play. What I didn't realize is that in my hurry, the bottom of my dress got caught on my panties when I pulled them back up.
Oh no.
The dress is super thin and light, so I literally did not feel it tuck up in there. And since I had that long penny coat on, I still felt fabric against my butt.
Oh no.
Thus, I had no idea that under my coat, I had just created a draped display of my ass. Fast forward, I come into class and sit somewhere in the middle of the lecture hall. There are people on all sides of me.
Oh no.
Time comes for first time introductions.
Oh God.
Stand up, state your name, major, why you took the class, the basic stuff. Like when they do the icebreakers that everybody hates.
Fucking hate that day. I'd rather be
same.
sick.
I'm like, I'll just miss the first day. I'll join in after.
Right.
Okay, I have bad social anxiety, so I'm getting real nervous, repeating these like 3 basic things over and over. I do the same fucking thing.
Yeah, you have to be prepared for when it's your turn.
Yeah. My nerves are making me sweat, so I take my penny coat off and sit on it. Now it's my turn.
Oh no.
I stand up and face half the class. It is here where I feel the cool, crisp air caress my bum. My brain halts all actions to assess the situation. My hands run down the back of my skirt and are met with the tragic reality. The skirt ends far too soon. It's at this moment I realize about half the class and the TA, my professor, are now staring at my ass cheeks. Mortified, I slap my booty back down into my chair. I don't know.
She slaps her ass.
Yeah.
She's like, that girl.
Why she's said I slapped my booty. I was like, girl, you just stood there and slapped your ass?
Hell yeah. Self-love on another level.
That was a good choice of words. Love that. And desperately failed to remember my own name. Seconds feel like hours, and I eventually stutter the most pitiful introduction imaginable.
I would have ran out.
I met with a prolonged moment of silence until the next student just continues along as if nothing ever happened. So anyways, I don't think I'll be able to look my professor in the eyes ever again. I'm dropping out of that class.
I was just gonna say, I'm leaving that classroom, that class, that school.
I'll take it another semester. Yeah, fuck that.
I'll take it online. I'm cool. That's hella embarrassing, dude.
Horrible. Like, actually horrible.
Okay, I have my last one. Ready?
Okay.
Today, I fucked up by trying to cook my boyfriend breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Today was my boyfriend's birthday, and on his birthday, his mother used to make a big breakfast, bacon, eggs, pancakes, and more. But after he came out, him and his mom do not speak.
Oh.
Well, I know, so sad. Well, I decided that I will try and be romantic and make him breakfast, nothing big or fancy like his mom, because I can't really cook. However, after talking to everyone, I know how they all kept telling me scrambled eggs on toast is one of the easiest things to make. Even with little to no cooking skills, well, that was a lie. I burnt the toast, the eggs, and the kitchen curtains.
What? What happened?
It says, side note, smoke detectors work, so does a fire extinguisher.
What did he do to set... I mean...
It says, oh my God, I also had to go to the emergency room at the same hospital that my boyfriend, who is a nurse, works. Now my boyfriend believes me when I say I can't cook.
Oh. He tried to do like a sweet gesture.
It really is the thought that counts.
Yeah, I'd be like, we could have just gone out to eat or like ordered in or something.
It was a sweet thought.
I'm glad you tried it. Thank you. Moving forward, though, you don't need to do that anymore. I think
DoorDash works great.
I'd rather our house stay unburnt,
intact.
Yeah. The kitchen curtains. I mean,
the kitchen curtains.
Was it?
And also hurt themselves enough to have to go to the emergency
I'm just
room.
so confused. Like, just thinking, like, what possibly could have gone so wrong from toast and scrambled eggs that something caught on fire?
Maybe they put like grease or like oil. I don't know. There's no specifics.
I would like
them well.
Yeah. Maybe take some classes if you really want to learn, or if you don't.
Right.
Okay. There's DoorDash and Uber,
McDonald's,
Postmates.
Uber. Yeah. Any of the
HelloFresh. HelloFresh. You can try to learn with HelloFresh. They give you step-by-step guide. One day we'll be fucking sponsored. Oh, true. I don't know.
Maybe they should do that. I like breakfast. HelloFresh at HelloFresh.
Right.
Excuse me. Take notes.
Okay. Last one. This is my last one.
Okay.
That was your last one? Yeah. Okay. Today I fucked up by ignoring an infection.
Oh my God. Yeah. What the?
This one's scary. This one's scary. Okay.
Trigger warning.
Dude, okay. So this past year, I had two things that would have killed me if not for modern medicine. Back in May, I had appendicitis. Not my fault. I got it taken care of. They said, not my fault. I don't know why he had to specify that.
God, I know.
But the scans of my abdomen did reveal a small kidney stone that, as long as it didn't obstruct things, was not really a big deal. Fast forward to late October, and a part of it breaks off and passes. It hurt like a motherfucker, but after some healing, I felt fine, but had some signs of a UTI. And where I messed up was ignoring those. I felt progressively better overall, but a few small signs stuck around. 2 weeks later, I get some fever and chills. I think, well, maybe I finally got COVID. So went to bed and woke up. I felt worse. My whole body felt tired. My fever felt blazing, and moving felt like a chore. I finally dragged my ass to a walk-in clinic, only to find a long wait was ahead, and feeling disoriented and worse after standing up for a bit. I decided to get transported to the ER. They run tests, and it's sepsis. Following that, 3 days of 102 to 105-degree fevers, feeling sicker than I've ever felt, and on a litany of medications, then C. diff. Finally, 6 days later, I'm out of the hospital, though my normal appetite did not return for closer to 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Honestly, the recovery from appendicitis was pleasant compared to how sick I felt from sepsis. Don't make the same mistake as I am lucky to be alive.
Bro, what the fuck?
What? Sepsis? Homeboy was gonna die. Like, he
Dude.
literally could have died. Listen to your body.
That's like, I don't think I had sepsis necessarily, but I was
Oh my God, I
yellow.
know. Yes.
And that was the closest I ever, in my head, I feel like closest to dying, because like
I literally remember, like,
yeah,
it happened to land on Chef's birthday.
yeah.
And like, you, dude,
was the
such a
worst on
trooper.
his
Like,
birthday.
you were such a trooper. Like, you had been sick for a cool little minute, and then we were out like at a restaurant eating with, with a group of us, and you didn't even have no appetite. Like, you did not want to eat.
I
And
couldn't
like,
even
you
drink
tried,
water.
you ordered something to try, like an appetizer or something.
Yeah.
And even like when you looked at it, I could see it in your face. I was like, dude, you don't have to eat it if you don't want. Like,
Yeah,
I wanted you to eat, obviously, because I'm
so
like,
embarrassed.
yeah, and like, I wanted you to eat because I was like, maybe get something in your system if you can hold it down. But I could see it that, and I know I've had the stomach flu so many times. Like, I know.
Yeah.
But it's like, to just not like, you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, like, you don't have to. And I think you like took a bite maybe.
And even that,
dude,
I think I ended up having
like,
to go to the bathroom, and I think I threw up.
God,
even just
dude,
after a
her
bite.
eyes were yellow. Like, the whites of her eyes were fucking yellow.
My
it was
skin
really
too.
scary.
It was like really yellow tinted.
Yeah.
So I definitely know what he means, but
you listen to your body too.
But it's like, it's weird because it's like, you don't know something's wrong until something's like very wrong.
Really wrong.
You know what I
mean? Because you chalk it up to like,
oh, it's just
a cold or a flu,
I ate
or a bug,
weird.
a stomach bug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you think of anything other than serious.
You know what's probably trained us for that too also?
Huh.
Kaiser.
Oh my God. Literally,
it's growing pains
for a fucking thing. They will not test you for nothing. They will not waste your time. They'll be like, here's some medicine. Go have a good time being fucking fucked
Here's
up.
some extra strength Tylenol. Good luck.
Have a great
God
day.
with you. God be with you. And, let us know.
Good luck.
Yeah. Be on your way now.
Hopefully you make it to your next physical next year. Like, fucking fucked up.
We'll email you when that comes up.
Right. We'll let you know when your flu shot is due. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I swear.
But yeah, I just thought that was fucking crazy because I was like, God damn.
And I sympathize with him. I really do. He or she. I think it was a guy.
Yeah. Glad you're okay.
Yeah. Kidney stones already are like one of my worst fears.
Oh my God.
And I just learned that you can get kidney stones. One thing that you can get kidney stones from is having too much caffeine. So guess what? A bitch is no longer drinking
decaf
coffee, because I honestly don't need caffeine.
The caffeine part of it.
I just really like the taste of having coffee. And like, it's like a treat for me in the morning. Like, I have a nice coffee.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, but I really don't mind if it's decaf or whatever. So like, it's just the whole point of having a coffee, So
I think it's honestly the same for me, because energy drinks, like, they don't do anything for me. I don't, after I get done drinking a coffee, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so energized now. Like,
no, me neither.
I don't feel it.
It just tastes good.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
I definitely am gonna go to decaf. So anybody out there, obviously there's probably other factors that weigh into that. However, that is what I heard. So if you do drink a lot of energy drinks or coffee, just be more mindful, be cautious. We only get one body, guys. We have to take care of it. Like Gina said, listen to your body. You know if something's wrong. Like, be your own advocate, because nobody else is going to do it for you, especially in medical centers. Kaiser especially.
That's why they say get second, third, fourth opinions. Like, when it's something big and you're really like sure something's wrong, like,
be
get
your
different
own
opinions.
Advocate. Like, please, because don't be taking their fucking word for anything. They're doctors, but some of them just are in it for other reasons and not actually for the healing purposes.
Sad truth.
Yeah. So with all the other wisdom we've given you,
wisdom.
We've learned so much wisdom in today's episode. Don't do drugs by yourself with your friends unless there's someone sober and not in the forest, hopefully.
And not a 600-acre park.
Yeah. Also, listen to your body if you know something's wrong.
Also always be aware of your surroundings and make sure you're not going to walk into a manhole.
Exactly. Also, maybe just take some cooking lessons. Look it up on YouTube if you're not really sure what's going on to keep your house safe.
Also, check the mirror before you walk out of a bathroom to make sure your ass isn't hanging out.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. Or maybe just do a quick little feel, make sure you're
I wonder if it's an accident like that, you can be charged with like public indecency.
If she had a nice ass, I'd be like, y'all all enjoyed it. You know you did.
Well, you're not mad though, huh?
You too.
I'm gonna get an A, huh?
Right.
On that first test, I'm about to get an A.
I'm about to get an A on the, what did they have in college? Finals? No.
Exams? I don't know. So, I don't know.
Whatever the fuck.
Clearly, we did not go there.
Obviously, we didn't go. Humble flex. We're this smart without college. Wow. Just kidding.
Everyone who's gone to college, like, shut the fuck up.
I know, they're like, bitches. Please.
Yeah.
But y'all still stay tuned. So
we can still be smart without being book smart. Okay.
Right.
We can be both too. And
we are very wise, I would say. We don't have to be smart, but we can be wise. I'm okay with that.
And we have some wisdom to share right now.
Period. What is it?
Oh, was it me? Oh, well, I got you then. I'll let you know right now.
What'd it do?
Be so completely yourself that everyone feels safe to be themselves too.
And that's what we want for this entire podcast. We're so ourselves, so you guys can be just as goofy and silly with us, because that's what we want.
Yeah, we're weird. Maybe don't make sense sometimes, talk too much, But we realize that we're very self-aware of it.
Yeah.
And we want anyone else that's like that too.
We will.
But you kind of like it, don't you?
The right people will gravitate toward us and our weirdness and our silliness, because you are just like that, and you are. So,
and we're here for it. We love to see it. Yeah, we love to be friends.
We love to be friends, and we'd love to make some friends. Contrary to our last episode, we're very friendly and very nice.
We are. We're just not friendly with toxic people. We just don't want nothing to do with them.
Exactly.
But we're here for healthy friendships.
We're definitely open and wanting to be some type of support role, whether you consider us like friends, that cousin that you didn't know you needed, that I don't know,
sister that you might not have,
that sister from another mister,
the auntie,
period.
The tias.
Whatever you guys need in your life, we are willing to be here for you. We are good. Oh my gosh, tell me why. When I went to church on Sunday, I told Chev, I was like, so let me tell you what my outfit was, right? So I wore black boots, black jeans, and then I had the light blue bodysuit, like the baby blue, like mock neck one.
Okay.
Like up here. And a peacoat, right? And I was like, do I look like a rich auntie? He was like, yeah, you kind of do. I was like, perfect. That's what.
Bitch, you know the outfit I sent you?
Yeah.
The outfit I sent you, but when I didn't have that jacket, I put on the peacoat. Not the peacoat. Yeah.
Yeah, the peacoat.
The peacoat. And I was like, I look like a whole businesswoman. I was like, wait, I love this.
You're like, okay.
I was like, this is too formal for us just going out, so that's why I wasn't gonna wear that with
shorts and a fucking
exactly. I was like, it's not. It doesn't match. I was like, but this is whole businesswoman vibes.
That's cute.
Love that for us.
We could have a whole meeting. Oh my god, we could go dress like that, but I'll go to like a coffee shop and go take cute pictures, like an aesthetic looking coffee shop, so we can take pictures for Instagram. At Candid Cloud Convos _podcast on Instagram. Check us out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out.
All right, guys, we gotta go. We've had too much fun in today's episode. Let us know what you want to hear next week, and you know where to find us.
Same place.
We'll be back.
Maybe not the same day, but we will be here.
Someday next week. We love you guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned every week for this podcast, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.